They knew well in advance, okay? And as Don Jr. says right there, but they still allowed the president to get on the stage. This guy was being monitored, right? Like they knew about this guy. That they've now gotten into his computer. And so the more this comes down, the more we realize how much of a setup this is. This is a classmate of Thomas Crook. And I can't believe his last name's Crook. I mean, come on, right? Can't write this stuff. But either way, this is the classmate of Thomas Crook. Just listen to what he has to say.
Brought up the fact that I'm Hispanic and I'm for Trump, and he said, "Well, you're Hispanic, so shouldn't you hate Trump?" And I was like, "No, he's great. I mean, like he's a great president." And he called me stupid, or insinuated that I was stupid. He's like, well, that's kind of stupid. If he was a know-it-all. So, like, once again, if he was passionate about something, he would just talk, and acted like he knew everything, especially politics related. And he would say it in a tone that was like, I'm better than you, in a type of way. And, meanwhile, it's like, dude, we're in the same classes. You know what I mean? We're talking about the same stuff here, and whenever it comes to politics, I mean, at the end of the day, I can agree, you can disagree, I can disagree. We're not even nothing but that. Like, at that point, it doesn't matter.
Pause.
At that point,
so the whole point of this is, they put out this lie that he was like this Trump-loving Republican, and what they tried to do is paint this guy as like, oh, somebody that sees Trump for what he really is now, and whatever. But now his classmates are coming out and it's like, no, this dude hated Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, and literally this shooter's classmate is debunking this whole thing. No, this dude hates Donald Trump. He's hated him since the beginning across the board. And damn, Gino just walked in again. I'm just saying, here he comes again.
and also the bully thing. He debunked the bully thing. He's like, he wasn't bullied either. He's like, I know kids. He said, I can drop names and tell you kids that were bullied. He wasn't one of them because nobody knew who he was.
Yeah. Again, and so the more this comes down, the more we realize how much of a setup this is. Here is a big thing, okay? And this is the most groundbreaking thing, is that the Secret Service knew literally the day of, like they knew the
morning of.
There is zero reason that President Trump should have taken the stage, period. At all, the end. And what we're about to play you is the most concerning thing, in my opinion, out of all of this, is how in the world did this happen? Listen to this interview right here. Just listen. This is wild. Listen to this.
As you look at the timeline, they had spotted a guy with a rangefinder and a backpack.
Yes.
So they tag somebody, and then they locate him at 5:51. The sharpshooters are alerted at 5:53. President Trump is still allowed to go on stage. So they identify a threat.
They're aware of a threat. They know this for 7 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer, right? I guess 9 minutes. And they still let him get on that stage.
Yes.
I mean, that can't be Secret Service protocol.
Before that, they knew there was a suspicious individual, and Senator Cornyn got the first question. Well, after Senator Schumer, Senator Cornyn got his. But here is the thing. If there is a threat.
Okay, and we'll get into more of that. So, okay, here you go. So this was the first part. All right, they knew well in advance. Okay, and as Don Jr. says right there, but they still allowed the president to get on the stage. Here's the even more shocking thing. Then a report comes out that Thomas Crook's family called in this thing. And isn't it funny how that's always the case? All these shootings, all these whatever, it's always, everybody knew. Like, nobody's shocked at all. And they were watching this person and everything like that. Listen to this. This is crazy.
We have just learned that the Trump rally shooter, Thomas Crook's parents, were looking for him in the hours leading up to the shooting. We're now told they eventually called law enforcement to report that Crooks was missing, and they were worried. And they also were told, those parents, are now being cooperative now with authorities, but they gave them the heads up that something's going on with our son. We are worried. We don't know the texture or the detail.
Okay, so this guy was being monitored, right? Like they knew about this guy. They've now gotten into his computer and they found all this stuff of him, spending time searching, how to assassinate a president. When is the July 13th rally? Like all this other kind of stuff. And now we find out that his own freaking parents,
who are both behavioral counselors registered in Pennsylvania.
Yes. And so not knowing the context, we absolutely know the context. They know that their son is unstable and they're calling the police, letting them know, hey, something's going on here across the board. On top of that, so the police have this kid, that they have his photo, his identification, they know what he looks like. Then you've got the people that spotted the freaking guy at the Trump rally, and then they still let the president take the stage.
So Graham, aren't the Secret Service supposed to check out any credible threat, and either they knew and they're completely stupid. Well, not all of Secret Service, but the higher ups are either completely stupid or it was an inside job. Correct.
I don't know what the Secret Service protocol is per se if you get a credible threat, but I would imagine it would be very similar to our military operations when we got calls about a credible threat. And then we would assess whether or not, I don't think we're going there.
I don't think we're going today. Guys, we're going to stay here.
Is Trump able to say, no, I want to go up anyways? Is that a possibility?
From what I understand, no,
he's not. Not at all.
When I was on a PSD team in Iraq and we had to escort like the general through the towns or whatever, for the hearts and minds of whatever, he'd meet like the local town leader and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We would get assessment reports. And if we had credible reports come in,
the answer is no.
It's bad right now. Hey, guess what, sir? I know you really want to go. I know you want to do this. But the answer's no. And I was E4 at the time talking to
telling a general.
Like, the answer's no, sir. It's not going to happen.